Oh yeah, I'll flying over the police station. Yeah.
Is there any particular reason?
Yeah, just having a little look. Is that a lunch? Is that like a canteen at top? You know, around back on side. Just having a little look. You know, getting some kind of zoomed in shots to see what there is to see. Really, just having a bit of a nosy, if you know what I mean.
Why though? Any reason for it?
Nah, just for me, personal reason. Don't work for any business or like that, don't we? Yeah. What's
your personal interest with what goes on inside a police station?
Well, it's not my own personal interest, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people...
You said your personal, it's for you, it's personal for you. Well, you've obviously zoomed in well enough to see that there's tables and chairs and asked if there's a canteen, so...
No, I never said that, did I? No, I didn't say that, did I? I never said that, did I? No, I said, is that a canteen? I never said I'd zoomed in on the canteen, did I?
You said you got some zoomed in images, yeah, and then asked...
No, I am zooming in on the police station, just to have a look at it, it's nothing...
For what reason? That's all we're interested in, is why you would be doing that.
Just for my own purposes. I'm just making a little documentary of some of the buildings in the area.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought what I'd do is I'll have a look at the police station, because I came to have a look at this place, Forza, which is it's kind of meat processing place, isn't it? So I'm just having a little look around. I came to have a quick look at Forza, and then I saw the police headquarters. So I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll go down there first, have a quick flyover, get zoomed in on some of the bits the public might want to see that they don't generally get to see.
There's a reason that public don't get to see that, because it's the inside of...
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to dive into a tense encounter over a seemingly simple drone flight. Right from the start, the auditor is casually flying over a police station, sparking curiosity and mild suspicion. The initial questioning feels innocent, yet the tension is palpable as officers try to understand his intentions. What seems like harmless observation slowly builds the stage for conflict, showing how quickly a routine action can be interpreted as threatening, even when done entirely within the law.
Right. There's a reason why there's gates and there's it's card access. There's a reason for that. It's because public are not allowed in there.
Oh, they're not allowed in? I didn't go in.
Right. Well, technically you have, because you've got a camera on that and you've zoomed in. Right?
No, I'm in the airspace above the police station.
That's reasonable, isn't it? Right. That police station is not for public access. Hence why it's so secure. By flying.
I didn't go in though. So what are you talking to me like that for? I'm not telling me off like a naughty schoolboy.
I'm saying you've flown the drone in there.
Yeah, I have.
Obviously zoomed in on the police station. That's not for public access, right?
I have zoomed in on the police station. Yeah.
Now we enter the legal gray area. The auditor explains he's just making a small documentary of local buildings, including the police station officers, probe why he's zooming in, and the discussion escalates into whether public airspace filming is legal. This is a pivotal moment because the stakes rise. Is curiosity enough to trigger suspicion? Expert commentary clarifies that as long as he didn't film private areas, he's fully within his rights. This tension between perception and legality sets up the conflict beautifully.
You're not allowed to walk through the barriers, fair enough.
What makes you think you can put the drone in there and zoom in?
Because I can fly over, it's in the airspace.
If you're flying over it, but you've told me that you've zoomed in on the building.
I've zoomed in on the building, to get some close-up shots.
Why?
Because I wanted to.
Well, it's not for public access, is it?
Well, I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that.
It's not for public access, is it? And that's going to arouse our suspicion.
You can say it's not for public access as much as you want, but you're not going to convince me.
Over it and you're zooming into the police station, so we've come to ask you why.
I know. I've just said I'm literally come here to make a little video about Forza. Saw the police station. Come in to have a look at the police station.
Here the debate sharpens. The officer repeatedly insists that the police station isn't for public access, implying wrongdoing, while the auditor calmly counters with law and human rights protections. The subtle clash highlights how authority can attempt to intimidate even when no legal breach has occurred. Every word matters here. The officer presses the issue, the auditor defends his right, and the audience begins to grasp the absurdity of the situation. Zooming a drone from above is treated like trespass.
I don't know why you're trying to incriminate me.
I've asked you nicely now what your name is.
Right.
Alright?
Listen to me first.
Personally, I can ask you to identify yourself.
Listen to me first.
If you want to mess about, we'll look at going under Terrorism Act, okay?
Terrorism Act? Don't be stupid. Listen to it. If you're asking for my details, you've got. I don't believe that I have to give you my details. So you're gonna have to tell me what section of the law you're acting in when you ask me for those.
As I've said, I'll do it under Terrorism Act if I have to.
Which act?
Section 60.
Section 60, Terrorism Act.
Yes.
To get my details.
Yes.
And then the tension skyrockets. Threats of invoking the Terrorism Act come into play, a heavy-handed escalation for a simple drone flight. The auditor immediately questions the validity of Section 60, exposing the officer's lack of legal knowledge. This is suspenseful because viewers realize just how arbitrary the threat is and how coercion can masquerade as law. The contrast between calm reasoning and bureaucratic intimidation makes this a truly gripping sequence.
37, and he doesn't know the law. Can you believe that? What do you think of that? The guy that doesn't know the law.
I don't have no comment in fact.
He doesn't have a comment. Anyway, that's fine. Anyway, what's your name? Do you want to give me your name or anything?
Don't have to. John.
Yeah, you're out in public though now, aren't you? Are you SIA licensed?
Sorry?
Are you SIA licensed?
I am, yes.
Where's your SIA badge then? Because we've got two police over there, and you know it's illegal to not have your SIA badge on in public when you're dealing.
It's within a metre off site.
What's it?
A metre off site.
A metre off site. Oh, I think you're more than a metre off site. But anyway, I won't tell them anyway because I'm not against you.
Right, so basically all I've just been doing there is just to double check the legislation around the zooming in aspect of it. So you want to fly the drone, generically that's absolutely fine, but you disclosed to me that you'd been zooming in on the building, you'd taken images, zoomed in, that's what you said, effectively words to that effect.
What law is that against? What law?
So let me finish, and then you asked me if it were a canteen, so you have clearly been zooming in on...
No, I haven't zoomed in through a window. I haven't zoomed in through a window.
It wouldn't have access to that, so that's where the sticky situation is. So I'm clarifying whether that's okay or not.
Well, I'll tell you now, I haven't zoomed in through a window, so I didn't say that. The camera won't lie. I said, is that the canteen at that side?
Zoomed in images is...
Continues as officers attempt to detain the auditor while he insists on clarity. This part perfectly captures the risk of limbo detention, holding someone without clear legal grounds. The conversation is tense and meticulous, showing how authority can lean on uncertainty to assert control. The auditor's composed resistance, referencing rights and regulations, keeps the audience engaged and highlights both his courage and the...
Which would suggest that you've zoomed in on the building there.
Well, that's
you know that if you hadn't...
well, which side is the canteen at?
You tell me, you asked.
I don't know, I was just asking if that's the canteen.
If you hadn't zoomed in, so it's reasonable for me to think that that's what you've done.
No, I haven't done.
Told me.
Well, I'm telling you that I haven't done.
Double check the legislation around that, because that's a little bit of a sticky point.
Yeah, well that's not what I said, and that's not what I've done.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that.
Alright, well tell you what I'll do, I'll just get on my bike and ride off then.
Well you won't, because until I
until
I ascertain whether you've committed an offence or not, I'd like you to remain.
No, I'm going to get on my bike and go. I'm going to pack this. I'm going to pack this drone up and I'm off.
Then I will keep you here.
You will keep me here, will you?
Things on you that could harm us or could harm the police station. If it comes back that you have committed an offence, then I may be searching you under Section 1 of PACE.
Yeah, can you just stay back from me?
Yeah, of course.
What are you doing? Why are you walking so close? Look at this. It's just like, I know, but we're both in...
This section delves into the subtle psychology of intimidation. Officers float the idea of a search under PACE, yet admit they haven't established grounds. The auditor explains why this is unlawful, revealing the flaws in policing that relies on assumption. The suspense lies in watching him navigate this carefully while holding his ground, demonstrating legal literacy versus procedural confusion. The audience sees a real-world example of rights being tested under pressure.
Well, I'm gonna leave the scene now because am I detained?
You may well be being detained.
I may well be being detained.
Are you going to listen? You're asking me questions and then you're not letting me finish and answer you.
I'm going to nip off and come back for Forza later.
Would you like me to answer the question?
I'd like you to answer the question whether I'm detained or not with a yes or no answer, and then...
Listen, once we get back, if you've committed an offence or not, then you can be on your way. If you...
Discussion of drone legality returns, focusing on zooming and privacy. The auditor clarifies he hasn't filmed through windows or restricted areas, and commentary emphasizes how minimal details, like the location of a canteen, are harmless. The tension is intellectual now, a duel of knowledge versus intimidation. It's fascinating to see ordinary acts challenged with excessive authority, highlighting systemic issues while keeping the narrative grounded in legal.
If you're going to detain me, you've got to detain me, and you've got to tell me which section of the law you're detaining me under.
I said if I was going to search it, it'd be section 1 of PACE, yeah.
Section 1 of PACE. That'll be if you're going to search me, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm off. So it's a search, is it? Section 1 of PACE. Let me have a look if you're going to do...
If I was going to search it, it would be section 1 of PACE, yeah. But I'm waiting to hear back. If you want to go, that's fine, because I can't say whether you've committed an offence or not yet.
Yeah,
If you want to leave, that's absolutely fine. I'm just waiting to hear the legislation based on the information you've told. So if you want to...
The officers continue to vacillate, suggesting detention while simultaneously saying the auditor is free to go. This exposes contradictions in real time, showing how uncertainty itself can become a tool of coercion. The suspense comes from watching the auditor calmly navigate mixed signals, pressing for a straight answer. It's a perfect illustration of how authority can misuse procedural gray zones and why knowledge of rights is critical in such confrontations.
And see what powers you've got, because you've got to have reasonable suspicion that I've committed an offence, haven't you?
And I've just explained to you, and that's what I'm trying to establish. So if you want to search it, that's fine, because I've explained it to you.
I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little look at section 1 of PACE and see what your powers are. Because can I just say, will you be? I want to tell you something now, right? Yeah. Will you be really careful, because I really don't want to be getting involved in lawsuits with you. I really don't want to be suing you civilly for breaching my rights. Exactly. And I genuinely don't.
You can go if you want.
I know, but I genuinely don't. But if you search me under section 1 of PACE, you guys are going to be in big trouble.
With you. I've explained it to you. If you want to leave, by all means you can leave.
The confrontation starts winding down. The auditor references section 1 of PACE, asserting legal clarity and reminding the officers of the rules. The officers' inability to justify their actions becomes evident. This part is critical for resolution. It shows the power of understanding and exercising rights, and it highlights how intimidation collapses when challenged with knowledge. The audience feels both relief and satisfaction as the imbalance of power begins to shift.
Are you off now?
No, we're just going to have a sit in car and just wait to see if there's any offences, alright?
Okay then.
If you want to get off, you can, by all means, you can go.
I'm going to complete what I came here to do. There we go, look. And they're off. So all this terrorism malarkey. There you go. See ya.
Finally, the auditor's rights prevail, and the officers retreat without arrest, search, or apology. Commentary explains the implications of misuse of power and the importance of lawful policing. This segment is both conclusion and lesson. Knowledge and calm resolve protects citizens against arbitrary authority. And for all viewers, remember, if you found this analysis VR